Hello, LGFA, and welcome to episode 3 for the LGFA Access. I'm your host, Bryson66. Glad to be back. It's week 3. It's been a little late. Commissioner's been a little lazy, but what else is new? I'm corrupted. I'm lazy as hell. So, along with me, I've got a great panel with me. Starting from going left to right, I've got my 2 deputies, Symbieh, doing the first work he's done on the website this season. Good job, Dade, for being on the show. Next up, we've got Philly Fan, my other deputy commissioner, the deputy commissioner for the EPL. Philly, how's it going? Deuces. Okay, you don't need to unmute. We got you. Deuces. And as always, I've got my partner in crime. His ugly mug just popped up. Nubsy, how you doing today, sir?
Doing all right.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so we've got a kind of a informative show tonight. Quite a few things to go over. First off, we're going to just talk about the league. This almost the halfway point. Halfway through the week will be our official halfway point of the season. 3 weeks are in, 2 to go. Actually, no, we're past that. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. We are well past the halfway point. So 3 weeks are in, entering week 4. I really don't want the opinions of my deputy commissioners because they're going to kiss my ass all the time and tell me it's great. So, Nubsy, what are your thoughts on the season thus far?
Well, it's still been pretty good for the most part. I mean, we haven't seen the number of forfeits and all that we saw last season, even though there's a big disparity in quality of teams to a point. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. You're right. And I think the one thing I'm pretty happy with is we only had one owner change, and that was more so of I don't know. I don't know how to word it. It was a weird situation, but we actually gained by getting a even better owner than before. I mean, I like PPP. He was a good guy, but Dustin's a pretty great player, and to see him be an owner and bring in 2 pretty decent players into his management makes them an even better team. So pretty nice little competition added to the Bundesliga on top of how competitive it already is to begin with.
Yeah, that did make a little bit of a difference, I think. I don't know who the 2 guys that he added. I don't even know who they are. So,
I got to look at the names again so I don't sound like an idiot. Dade will know him for sure.
Once I hear his name.
Marvin Torres. I know he plays Cam, right?
He's a French guy. Yeah.
A French guy. Okay. And then obviously Diggs. Diggs has been around forever. He is as old as they come, but he's a good dude. I like Diggs. So. What's that?
He's like 80 years old, yeah.
80 years old? That's sounds about right. But, so big turnover in that team. Possibly for the better. We'll see. Only time will tell. Trade deadline was this week. Nubsy, were you working the lines here over the past week?
I worked my lines last week. I made 1 trade this week, but nothing major.
Nothing Mamba level, correct?
Oh God, no. Nobody will ever be at Mamba level.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Timbo came quite close. He made a lot of trades this season.
Yeah, Timbo came close. I think we settled in at 10, which even for me, I thought was more than I thought I did.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, nobody's reaching Mamba's level in trades. It's never going to happen.
Yeah. Couple trades here at the deadline. A lot of, honestly, I think the big ones are mainly coming out of Bayer Leverkusen trading KC for Made You Leave and Jimmy Jones. Probably the biggest trade I'd have to say over this weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kind of a surprise too. I wouldn't see KC moving from any team that had him. So.
Yeah, Casey was a bit of a helping hand too for Bayer Leverkusen. He did a good job of transitioning that team and helping Dustin understand what he had to do each night. So we'll see. The training wheels are off. We'll see how Dustin does this week as owner of Leverkusen. Other trades that were happening. A couple guys sending TC guys for playing time. Chelsea and your team, Nubsy, respect my DMR for Killer Panda.
Yeah, that was our one move this week.
traded my buddy Respect. He's a good man. Another guy part of the media team.
Yeah, and I like Respect. You know, it was just we had tried to get a deal with Chelsea for Panda, and I think Respect was maybe like the 5th or 6th guy on my team that they asked for, and it just took a while for us to get a deal. So
yeah,
they needed somebody on defense, and
well, at least Respect goes back to another. At least Respect goes back to another good team. Then he doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't get traded to Aston Villa. So
unlike some people in this chat.
Oh boy, don't even. You know what? I gotta say, everyone has their opinion on Torch Sands, and I'll be honest, I've had my strong opinion about him, but he gives a shit more than some of these other owners do. He actually does make an effort, tries, and listens to his players. So, despite how terrible we are, we laugh, we have a good time, and he definitely does his best to make it as enjoyable for being in dead last. So
right.
But all right, so not too many trades to talk about, not too much news. We're going to move into next is going to be our good old cup drawings. I have Symbieh there to write them down for me, because my memory's awful and I don't feel like looking through the video again. Probably. I'm going to put 8. We're just doing Champions League. FA Cup and Pokal are going to be top number 1 team from one group and number 2 team from another group, and obviously flip-flopped for the Pokal and the FA. For Champions League, we're taking all 8 teams and reseeding them, just drawing them. First 2 I pick will play each other in the one corner, then the next 2 in the bottom, the other 2 there, so on and so forth. So each 2 I draw will be a matchup for the Cup. The Philly fan mentioned about reseeding each round. We're just going to do seeding just for this round and go through it with that. So I have my bowl here. I'm going to put 8 teams in. Hold on. Let me take them out. The bowl's empty in case anyone's worried. All right, now here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So the first team, I don't know what they're showing us, but it's probably something we probably wouldn't want to see anyways.
Probably not.
All right, so the first team to be drawn is Borussia Dortmund. Mamba's team to play Borussia Dortmund in the first round will be... Ooh, here's a good one. Early exit for Mamba. Liverpool.
Chris, just
yes.
for clarification, is it going to be the first team drawn will be the designated home team?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, it will be. Yep. All right, so for the next matchup, on the same side of the bracket, or do we want to switch to the opposite side of the bracket before I draw here?
Corner.
Opposite corner? All right, to the right,
Yeah.
to the top right corner. First team we've got one of my favorites, Marijuano and Chelsea. They will be playing. They will be home playing. This is another really good matchup. Werder Bremen. That'll be the top right. Look at Nubsy. The mind's brewing for the articles. I like it. All right, back to the left side on the bottom. First team, the home team for this matchup will be, my favorite. Okay, so it's going to be Bayern Leverkusen, or if Aston Villa wins 5-0, LOL. That's not happening, but I have faith in my team tonight, even though I just said it's not happening. Look at me contradicting myself. So Bayern Leverkusen or Aston Villa, if Aston Villa wins 5-0 tonight. Honestly, I doubt that. So let's move on. So Bayern Leverkusen.
It's on your shoulders, no pressure.
It's on my shoulders.
Money's on Villa.
Oh, your money? Wow, you're gonna be broke. So playing Bayern. Playing that team will be Schalke. Oh boy, now I really hope I win because I want nothing more than eliminate Nubsy in the first round.
Wouldn't happen.
All right, so this is for the home team in the bottom right, And that home team will be Man City with Soccer SM and the boys. And to play against Man City will be Stuttgart. So Symbieh's got that all written down. I will put that in the website sometime tonight, sometime soon, before games. So those are our matchups. Nubsy, any thoughts? I saw you going ooh and ah at a couple of those.
Who was Liverpool playing? I missed that one. There was no joke that there was a praying mantis in my house trying to crawl up on the laptop, so I had to take care of that.
Who was it, Dave?
Dortmund.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'll be a really good one.
That'll be a battle of the
You guys
shit
want to go
talkers.
matchup by matchup and do some predictions here?
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Good
it.
idea.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
an analyst starting with the top left corner.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Liverpool, Borussia. I'm gonna go with Liverpool.
You want to
Guys.
give us a score, Chris?
I'm gonna say 3-1, and only because Neymar fucks around to let up a goal.
All right. Nubsy, you want to give it a shot?
I'll go opposite you. Mama's made a lot of trades, and for once in his ownership career, he's making good trades. And his team's done very well in Champions League. They've been on a roll. I'll go Dortmund 3-2.
I like
Ooh.
that. I like that.
Dave,
Philly
you want me to go or you want
or
Dave?
Dave?
Go.
Let's hear Dave.
I'll say 3-1 Liverpool.
See, Dave just follows me. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Go ahead, Philly.
I'm gonna go, and this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go with a 1-0 win for Liverpool.
Wow, real struggle, huh?
I think it'll be a close game back and forth. I think an 85th minute goal by Liverpool puts them through.
I think Liverpool's going to win. I think it might be close. You're probably right. What Nubsy said, yeah, Mamba's definitely done actually a very good job throughout the stretch here in this last week here. So it's actually a very good matchup. So
I feel like it could honestly go either way, to be honest with you. It is a very close matchup.
Yep.
Well, to me, those were two potential finalists too. So to meet in the first round, that's kind of unlucky for both of them.
It is very.
There's one going home.
Yep. Here's one that I'm most excited for: Chelsea and Werder Bremen. Let's take it backwards. Philly, give us the first prediction.
I'm all about the Premier League supremacy here, so I'm gonna pick Chelsea. I think they're gonna win 2-1. Chelsea's gonna shock the world, baby. All in.
All right. Dave, what do you think of your boys on Werder Bremen taking on Chelsea?
I'm going to say Chelsea wins 12-0.
Wow. Has there been 12 goals scored in an LGFA game?
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
gonna happen.
think so. I don't think in the history of the league that's
There's definitely
happened,
been 10. 12, I'm not sure.
There's definitely been
The
10.
most I've seen this
I think
season
we
was
did
8.
10.
Oh, my God. That's brutal.
And that was Dortmund. Dortmund beat Wolfsburg 8-0.
So, series prediction, Dave. What do you have?
3-1 Chelsea. Or no, I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. All right. Nubsy?
I guess it's everybody on that side's going. With EPL, I'll stick with Bundesliga. Do 4-2 Bremen.
As salty as I'd like to be with Killer Squirrels, they've got a good team. They've got a great back line, and that's something that is not too well known around the league, and that's a huge advantage for Werder Bremen. I'm going to say 1-0 Werder Bremen. I'm going to say they score a penalty to win.
A penalty to win, he said.
Oh, penalty to win. All right.
Hey, they traded Golden Butetto. Do they expect to score goals now? That's their fault. Are you kidding me? So, no, I'm going to say Werder Bremen 1-0 over Chelsea. So, okay, back to the left side. We've got Man City and Stuttgart. This is actually another very good matchup. Now I'm thinking about it. This is interesting. I like Soccer SM. I really like him. I like the team he has. But I'm going to have to go Stuttgart. Texas 10 is going to be back. I'm pretty sure Stuttgart played actually incredibly well despite the owner being missing. So I'm going to say Stuttgart. They didn't?
Not as well as they had in previous weeks.
Okay, well, I still think that they didn't do as bad without Tennant, so they're going to come back. especially Golden Panda. He's gonna be one pissed off dude and want to win some silverware. So I'm gonna say Isco and Tenet. They're gonna come out and they're gonna be swinging. I'm gonna say 4-2 Stuttgart over Man City.
I'd go with you on that prediction. 3-1, 4-2. Any way you take it, 2 goal difference going to Stuttgart.
Okay. Dade?
Since I'm the goalkeeper for Stuttgart in this, I've got to.
He froze. That's fantastic.
Oh,
Oh, leave it to Dade. Dade, you there?
Yeah, man.
Okay, you froze up. Being you're the goalie for Stuttgart, you're going to
4-0.
4-0. All right. No, I don't mean to laugh. Great prediction, Dade. Right on with your analysis.
If Stuttgart plays the players that are actually on their team, they'll win. But if they don't, then my prediction is Man City will win the game.
Man, heavy in that EPL. You gotta. Man, don't go to Vegas. You'll lose all your money betting on the wrong things.
Bet by league.
So,
EPL
all right.
sweep,
So,
baby.
I'll tell you what. If you're right, man, then we are going to Vegas. I'm gonna give you all my money to bet. All right. So, there's that matchup. Our last one is Bayer Leverkusen or Aston Villa versus Schalke. Philly, take it away first.
So if Aston Villa advances, I'm predicting Aston Villa will win, but only because I firmly believe that Aston Villa has had a pretty big turnaround in the last week or so, and they can actually contend for this thing.
I wonder why.
I firmly believe that.
I wonder why they've gotten so much better.
Played well,
We don't have to get into why.
but I do firmly believe that they can turn some heads. But I don't think that they're going to score 5 in advance. So I'm going to pick Schalke.
Schalke? All right.
With
Okay.
the upset.
All right. Okay. Schalke if they play Leverkusen?
Schalke if they play Leverkusen.
Okay. All right. You had to pick a Bundesliga team there, so you're kind of screwed.
I had to pick one. Can I abstain and not vote? And I
Dade?
prefer a draw.
Can you hear me?
What's that?
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I'm going to say 2-1 Leverkusen.
2-1 Leverkusen. What if Aston Villa wins?
They're not going to win, so.
Dade, I can't wait till you realize that I'm a better goalie than you, and we'll have a long talk.
I can't let you realize you're trash.
All right. Nubsy, I don't even know why I'm asking you. How do you think your team is going to fare against either opponent?
I mean, I imagine we'll win because we're good.
Either opponent?
Yeah.
All right. It's a good answer.
2-goal win over Villa and win in overtime over Leverkusen.
Overtime. So you're saying starting the game up for another for a golden goal?
Yeah.
I like that. I like the golden goal call. All right. As much as I'd like to see Aston Villa, and I think regardless, in all honesty, Aston Villa or Leverkusen beat Schalke. And I'm going to say the result, no matter the team, I'm going to say Aston Villa, it'll be a 2-1 win. Bayer Leverkusen, I'm going to say 3-2. This is my guess on that. Look at Nubsy. He's ready to leave the panel. He's not even going to finish the show. Good night, folks. That's it. That's all we wrote.
You're being nice, I guess. It's fine.
So,
the whole thing.
The whole thing. Oh, come on. We can't be going through all this right now. No, we're saving that for next week. Next week.
That's
We're going to do a show next week.
Okay.
Yes. We did too much. We did too much.
40 minutes till games anyway.
We've got more to get on. Yeah, games are starting soon. We got to get on here with the show. So we're going to take a little break here. Yep. So we're going to take a little break here, and we will be right back with Nubsy's forms, in forms and out of forms. We did this segment before, so stick around. We'll be right with you. Welcome back, and we are here for Nubsy's forms, in forms and out of forms. Segment we've done before where Nubsy just gives you the guys that are hot and cold. Basically, another simple way to say it. I'm going to let Nubsy take over here, and I'm going to sit by and be mesmerized by his media genius. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know if we go that far.
So, all right, Nubsy, let's hear it. Who do we got for the forms?
All right. In form, I think no surprise here. We got Liverpool Team's 9-2-1 on the season, plus 19 goal differential, 5 clean sheets in 12 games. That's in regular season. They won their FA Cup group. They won their Champions League group. Champions League group had Bremen, Hoffenheim, and Bayern Munich, so that was pretty better teams there. FA Cup group, Man City, Villa, Crystal Palace, not quite as difficult, but they still come out on top there. Only team really left that I know of that has a serious shot at the treble. I know a couple other people may think there's one more. I think Leverkusen might still have a chance. I think Liverpool's really the only one with the true shot to win hardware in all 3 competitions. And up next, also in form, our boy Unlucky Dustin, who took over Leverkusen. He's 9-1-2 with 13 goals and 6 assists. Leads in both categories. I think tied with Neymar in assists and maybe one other person, but leads pretty well in the stat category. Had hat tricks against Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim last week. 4 goals in 4 games in the Pokal. 2 goals in 3 games in Champions League. The guy's you got to watch out for him. Wherever he is on the field, you got to watch for him. And the final in form goes out to my old owner, God love him, Mamba, also known as Isaac. His trades this year, I think everybody knew in preseason he would again make the most trades, and he did not disappoint. 22 out of the 58 total. It's good for 38%. Evo is the only player that he drafted is still on the squad, which is also much like him. So
that's brutal. That's brutal.
The difference, though, is that last year we did all that at Liverpool too. We made trade after trade after trade and never built chemistry, and we struggled all season. This season, he's made really good trades. His team won their Champions League group. They've been rolling the past week, and they look pretty good. So, I don't know. I think they're bound for greatness if they can hold it together. We'll just have to see.
I think with Liverpool, the only reason why they're the only team that can contend for the treble is that they're just so far ahead in the EPL standings. Now,
yeah.
Granted, here's the thing: you can't win all the hardware because obviously we're going to have an EPL winner and we're going to have a Bundesliga winner. So, who is winning the Bundesliga right now? Is it
right now?
Leverkusen?
I think it might be. I think it is Leverkusen.
Probably Leverkusen. I'll tell you right now.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's Leverkusen and Munich are tied. So
okay.
So yeah.
See,
and
Munich,
I don't think
Munich didn't even win a Champions League game.
Yeah. So Leverkusen's. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Aston Villa is going to win 5-0 tonight, and we're going to be, so.
Leverkusen maybe has more of a chance than I thought at a treble, but
yeah, absolutely. But like you said, Liverpool's so far ahead in the EPL that it's pretty much sure as long as they don't absolutely not win a game the rest of the season, they're probably going to win the EPL.
Even
as long as their guys show up.
Yeah,
still a long shot.
Yeah. So go ahead, Nubsy.
Well, those were the informs.
Yep.
Out of form. I kind of struggled with this time, and I did a little bit late, and it sort of focuses on just one team, unfortunately. But Wolfsburg, the poor guys, they're fun in the chat box. They're good guys. They show up to games. They're still winless in league play, 0-1-11, negative 41 goal differential, 1-0-5 in the Pokal, which that one win over Schalke prevented us from advancing. So, give credit to them for that one for sure. And then 1-0-5 in Champions League. I'm not sure who they beat in Champions League, but they nabbed a win there. Just overall, really struggle with negative 62 goal differential in all competitions, and that's, man, when you let in that many goals, it's tough.
That's hideous.
Which gets us to our other part of out of form has got to be the goalkeepers for Wolfsburg. Ninja in a box, Carlos, Gordy and Zips. I know Gordy just got traded there not too long ago. I don't know if he's played goalie for them or if he played goalie on his last team. And not sure about Zips. I played Ninja a couple times. Neither of them, well, none of the guys have better than a 50% save percentage. So, just take a lot of shots on them, and you're bound to put some in the net.
Yeah, Philly and I sat in a party prior to the season, and most owners we agreed on. Actually, all the owners we agreed on. Obviously, given the fact that we pretty much don't have the biggest cream of the crop to pick from, we got to make sure that we do inform our owners of what you need to do, what's expected of you, and we really got on with Archie, and really Philly made every point, to try and think of, hey, we shouldn't really give this guy a team. He's letting us down in the past, and honestly, Archie has made an effort this season to do what he can. I think it more so leans on his managers have done absolutely nothing. Every person on the team I've talked to said that Archie is constantly trying to do things to help the team out, and the managers have been absent. So, people can say what they want about Archie. He's actually more responsive than most owners when I do try to contact him. So, it is what it is. Sucks. It was good to see he made some trades here over the weekend to hopefully he can field more players on the field for these last 2 weeks.
Yeah. They do show up for games. I think there may have been a few where they didn't have enough or maybe snuck in some illegal names, but either way, they're still showing up, they're still playing. So, at least it's not the forfeit parade like in previous seasons.
And I hope every owner sees this part, is that, if a team has 6 guys, play the freaking team. You know what I mean? Like, do you really join this league to take forfeits? I mean, don't get me wrong. If a team screws around and only has 3 guys, yeah, of course, you don't want to play a bunch of computers. But 1 guy difference, hell, I'd even play 5. You know what I mean? It is up to you owners. But once you play the game, you can't go back and claim the forfeit. So, it's one thing to make sure everyone's aware of, but, listen, if you're going to take forfeits and win titles that way, do you really feel achieved of it? You know what I mean? Go do it the right way and play the teams. So yeah, at least it is good to see that Wolfsburg, not even including management, are making the most effort they can to try and show up and play their games.
I would say I agree with everything that you just said, but the team that doesn't have 7 needs to let the other owners know well in advance, if
Absolutely.
If that is the case.
Absolutely. Yep.
Give them a chance to make the decision and go at it that way.
Right. Yep. I agree. Yeah, totally. So those are your 2 out of forms, Wolfsburg and their goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. Everybody else in the league's doing great. Wolfsburg not.
There's, more. I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I wanted to dig a little bit more into stats and find, an individual or 2 or just something different. But just with the time I had, that's what we got. So
it's all right. Next week we'll get a little
out of form.
Get a little more in depth. I feel like Philly has something to say. He's smiling. He's making hand gestures. Philly, let's hear you blab.
2 things. You can definitely put Philly in the out of form list. Philly is always a lock for out of form. That should be a lock every week. I feel like you can lock that up. Second off, I gotta say on the Wolfsburg note that, and I want this to be made clear to the entire league, Archie has exceeded all my expectations. And he is definitely not the issue with that team. And I will be the first one to own up to that I had my doubts, but he has proven me wrong. And I'm extremely proud of the entire team for showing up, because they could have just stopped coming at this point. They absolutely could have said, we don't want to play anymore. And they still show up and they still try. And to that aspect, I think Archie has done a phenomenal job.
I wouldn't say phenomenal because his team's crumbling, but he's definitely done what he's committed with, what he started with. So, he's not the problem is what we're trying to say. So, all right. So thank you for the forums there, Nubsy. Dave, do you have anything to say as you're sitting there doing God knows what?
What'd you say, faggot?
Oh my God. Nothing. I didn't say anything. All right, let's move on to the next segment. We're going to have Team of the Week up next. Stick around. Welcome back to our last segment of this show for episode 3 of the LGFA Access. We are going to do the Team of the Week. Put Nubsy in charge for a lot of things here. Nubsy is going to run through the Team of the Week, which is also going to appear in the newest edition of our paper, correct?
Yeah, I'll probably put it in an extra time, a special edition tomorrow with all the cup matchups. I think that was what I promised everybody, so I'll follow through.
All right, sounds good. So take it away, Nubsy. Let's hear the Team of the Week.
Well, Mamba puts this together. It's supposed to be a collaboration, and we were all kind of busy. That's why it wasn't in extra time this week. But we got it now. We're doing a 3-5-2 at left striker. Dortmund's own the Pastor Dave, traded from Schalke and decided to go off. 10 goals, 4 assists this week. At right striker, got unlucky Dustin, Leverkusen, 8 goals, 2 assists. At Cam, Pretty Boy from Chelsea, 2 goals, 5 assists. Left mid, Everest 42 from Dortmund, 6 goals, 5 assists. Another good pickup from them. Right mid, Colombo from Aston Villa, 2 goals, 3 assists. At left defensive mid, got Ponce from Schalke, 1 assist and 3 clean sheets. At right defensive mid, O2 De Truth from Man City with 1 assist, 3 clean sheets. Left center back, Killer Squirrels from Bremen, 1 assist, 3 clean sheets. Kind of a running theme here. Center back, Knife in Your Guts from Tottenham, had 3 clean sheets. Right center back, Arbin Infantry from Chelsea, 1 goal, 3 clean sheets. Goalkeeper, Z Mayhem from Schalke, 24 saves on 30 shots, 6 goals against, and yet another 3 clean sheets. Got some reserves here too. I can either do those or I can save them.
Let's hear it.
All right, then. At reserves, 2 forwards. Nino RT9 had 6 goals. O Magic Johnny, Nino on Chelsea. O Magic Johnny from Man United, 6 goals, 2 assists. Got 2 mids. Got ST Prime from Man City, had 3 clean sheets. And LHR Big Meech from Bremen, 1 assist, 3 clean sheets. Defense, got Thug CTC from Schalke, had 4 clean sheets. And at goalkeeper, Steve McGee, 24 saves on 31 shots, 7 goals against, 4 clean sheets for Man City.
All right, I like that lineup. Dade, what do you have to say on that?
A lot of popular names in there, Everest, Dustin, but there's a few names, I'll be honest, I've never even heard in there before. Who was that left defensive mid again?
Ponce?
Ponce.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard of him before. Who does he play for again?
He's on Schalke. He's on my team. He's kind of he's been around. He's had availability issues past seasons and even some this season, but he's making most games, and I mean, he's a great player.
Opposite to Ponce on that midfield, and I'm sure Dade's heard of him. Truth, he's very good, very good DM.
Mentality days. Yeah, I remember.
Yep. Truth is excellent. He's a very good DM, so no surprise to see him on the list there, on the lineup. Philly?
I gotta say, I'm surprised that Knife in Your Guts from Tottenham getting put in Team of the Week. I mean, 3 clean sheets. That's still surprising. I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. It just, when you're going down the list, I had to do a double take just to make sure that that I heard that correctly. But yeah, he's definitely earned it. It's for the rest of the team. I mean, it seems like the guys are all deserving. I feel like you can make an argument for a lot of people this week, though. So,
Knife in Your Guts. I feel like you're causing a little bit of tension on Tottenham.
No.
You're saying you're surprised to see he's on the list.
I'm much surprised to see him on the list as much as I was like, we didn't have the best week.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't like expecting one of our defensive backs to be on the list. Like, he's definitely deserving. Like, you can make the argument for a lot of the players on our forward core. Like, they're constantly good. Like, those has been in there a couple times. But on the defensive end, like, I wasn't expecting to hear Knife's name because we didn't have the most perfect week as a team.
Right.
So I'm happy for him. It just caught me a little bit off guard. He
Gotcha.
definitely deserves it, though.
Okay. Nubsy, I know being you're pretty involved with it, I kind of just want to say, who was your most surprised person to have a good week, I guess?
Man, I got to give a shout out to Thug on my team. Mamba mentioned him, like, you know, how he was doing, and I don't remember exactly what the question was to me when he was putting it together, but great guy, great attitude, great availability. He does what we call the thug clear, which he gets a little bit flustered sometimes, and he slams that B button and boots the ball out of bounds. But he's always, I mean, just his attitude is unbelievable. You know, he's the type of guy that you want in the league. You know, greatest center back or outside back in the world, probably not, but you can always count on him to be there for you and to be consistent in his play.
Yeah, from what I've seen from Thug, not necessarily more so off the pitch. He seems like a pretty decent person to talk to, so I'm not surprised to hear that from you. The one that really I'm kind of like not surprised, but more so that he's finally caught fire, like you just mentioned. Dave finally having a good week. I mean, you know, I played with Dave prior to the season start, and I thought Dave was exceptional. You know, I mean, in all honesty, you know, we have the issue in this league where everybody's the best striker, and you know, everyone tries to play the position. But you know, Dave definitely made an argument to definitely be on most teams this season, you know, based on his play this last week.
Well, and Dave really a striker. I mean, he's not really that kind of player. He's more a team player than most strikers, I would say. You know, even and on our team, you know, we played him, I want to say six or 8 games, and he just, you know, in trials and everything, he looked great. I loved him. That's why I paid $6 million for him. Then we got him on the team. We're running our system, and things just weren't working out. So it's really nice to see him, you know, have success over in Dortmund. I mean, 10 goals, I would have never. He's good, but I would have never guessed he'd have 10 goals in a week.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable. And I mean, what's even more remarkable about that, and I'm sure you'll know, Nubsy, is that Dave could have an open net, and I feel like he'd still pass it.
I think Mamba can thank us for that, because we always told him to shoot, and even was it second week or something? He said he changed his stats up a little bit, his build up a little bit to be more geared towards shooting when he has the opportunity.
All right. Well, you can definitely tell he's been changing whatever he's been doing, because 10 goals is a lot, especially for somebody that I'm used to seeing.
Working.
Yeah, I'm so used to seeing him pass all the time. So,
Mm-hmm.
But. All right, so that does it. That's it for the show. Any closing statements from anyone? No?
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
See you in
Thank
the
you.
Champions League.
Yes, good luck tonight, Chris.
Champions League. That's right. So, yeah, that'll wrap up the show. Guys, as always, thanks for joining me here. It was a pleasure. Lots of fun. And, guys, thanks for watching. Of course, that's why we do it, for the community, for you guys to have something entertaining to watch. So, hopefully we'll be doing this again next week, and we won't have to stare at Dade's ugly mug as much. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.
Paranoid of all the people I meet. Why are they talking to me? And why can't anyone see? I just wanna